I'm Perry and I live on a narrowboat. I camp in a transit van that I've recently converted myself and called Tilly Teacup. I have an allotment that I'm not very good at. I weave and do other crafts and have recently become a wedding celebrant. And this is my life in a teacup. Morning, guys. Right, well, here we are. I'm ready for the off on my second day. Slept really well at Sheppey's. Very comfortable. Nice and quiet, as I'd said last night, and today I'm going to make my way down to Porlock and stay overnight at Porlock Weir car park and see what happens along the way. If I see something that I'm interested in, I'll stop along, and yeah, I'll attach the story of today to this video and hope you enjoy and speak to you soon. Have a good day. Bye.
As I mentioned in the next clip, this is the grounds of Dunster Castle. These are the gardens. Those ferns were huge. And then I came across this, I think it's a sequoia or redwood. I've done a silly little thing. I've put my hand up to the trunk of the tree, as you'll see in a sec, trying to show you how big the tree is against my hand. There you go. So I'm sort of like red nail varnish, moving it round. Yeah, I don't know, but it was huge, as you probably know. These trees are massive. Then I came across this carved drum set, and I think it's a bit of a take on AC/DC on the front of the drums there. Look, yeah, okay, yeah, fab. Then I came across this babbling brook, so I'll leave you to listen for a while.
Hello. Well, whilst that's cooking, I just thought I'd jump on and just say a few words that I can put in between when I'm doing the editing. I've had a lovely day. It's been beautiful weather-wise. I stayed at Sheppey's, as you've seen, last night, and that was wonderful. Left this morning and decided my next stop was going to be Porlock Weir. So I drove towards the area, but as I was driving I thought, oh, Dunster Castle. So I nipped in, and to get into the castle in the car park was going to be about £30. So I joined the National Trust. It's £7.50 a month. I thought, why not? There's bound to be loads of other National Trust places I'd like to see whilst I'm on this little trip. So I thought, well, why not? I'll join. So I joined. So that meant that I got in free and the car park was free. So whenever I go to another National Trust place, it'll be free. So yes, so I went to Dunster Castle. That was lovely. Went all around the gardens, and again, that will all be sort of attached to this, or it might be before it, or it might be after it. I'm not quite sure yet which way I'm going to do it, and probably after. And then I left there and headed for Porlock Weir, where I was going to stay in a car park, you know, where you can camp overnight. So I headed to Blue Anchor, watch it, because it's all along the way, and I had a look in, and then I went to Porlock itself and then into Porlock Weir. Pretty, so pretty, it's beautiful. And the car park was there right on the little harbour, right by big lock gates there, and I was going to stay. £15, and I thought, well, £15 just to stay in a concrete car park. There's no facilities, there were no toilets. Oh, hang on a second, let me just give this a stir. Yeah, so I wasn't quite sure what to do. So I wandered around for a little bit, and then I thought, no, I'm going to go up to Lynmouth, and if I don't find anything there, then I'll come back to Porlock. But I didn't realise it was about a half an hour, sort of 35-minute drive, and I'm heading. I thought, what was the point of going back when I'm going on the route that I'm going, if you see what I mean. So I got to Lynmouth. It's a long time since I've been there. All these places I have been before, but it's about 40 odd years ago that I've been, so it was nice to see them again. And of course, I mean, literally, if anyone's been down this part of Somerset, it is sort of gradients of 24%, like Porlock Hill, and they advise obviously that no heavy goods vehicles, nothing over I don't know, 3.5 ton or something, I can't remember, but they advise. And there are alternative routes, and Tilly Teacup, she did a grand job, so that was fine. And there was 21% gradients going down, and it was real second gear stuff and everything. So, and hairpin bends and double hairpins. I mean, narrow rows, big high banks. And then we were up on the top of, I keep saying we, it is just me, but when I say we, I think me and Tilly. I think that's where I get that from. So then I was up on top of Exmoor, and just the biggest, deepest valleys, that you've seen. It was really lovely, really lovely. And went into Lynmouth, found a car park, didn't like it very much. And when I looked, no overnight sleeping. So I went on to Britstop, found a place and rang them and said, right, I'm coming down. Got there. I didn't like it. I won't say where it was, but I didn't like it, and I had absolutely no signal whatsoever. Now, I know there's going to be times when I'm in Cornwall I'll get no signal, but if you've got a nice view, you don't mind. But this was a bit pits. So I pulled out of there, and as soon as I got a signal, I had a look on PitchUp for campsites, and I didn't want to stay in a campsite because I'm trying to do this on a bit of a budget. As you know, I'm trying to do it, let's see how much it can cost me if I sort of pull in the old bell. And it's a campsite on a farm. It was literally 5 minutes down the road from where I was, and it's £15. But there are toilets. I don't think there's showers, but there are toilets. It's the same price as the car park, but at least I've got a toilet. So this is where I am staying for the evening. Dinner's ready. I'll crack on with that, and I'll see you in a bit. It's my second evening, and I'm cooking something properly. So we've got cabbage. I use shredded cabbage. I slice it and shred it instead of rice and pasta and things like that, because I try and sort of cut down my wheat intake, as it were. And some cauliflower, and there's some new potatoes, and they're all sliced up. I shall close the lid on my little machine there. And I'm probably going to put some form of, sort of cumin and some sort of something like that, just to give it a bit of a curry flavour, maybe some chilies, and that'll be eaten with some yoghurt. And then for afters, I've got yoghurt and strawberries, and proper Greek yoghurt. I don't do faux yoghurt, I only do Greek yoghurt. Catch you later. Well, I've just had my dinner. That was rather yummy. Look, strawberries and yoghurt. God, aren't I good? I do have some dark chocolate tucked away. Right, well, I think I'll just say goodbye. I won't do a nighttime vlog. That's the last thing you want to see all the time, isn't it? Me lying in bed doing nothing. So I've had a fabulous day. The sun is still shining. I'll show you outside in a sec. It's just a field, really, but it's been a beautiful day. And tomorrow I'm off to, it is a campsite actually, but I have pre-booked it. It's Heartland, it's called. And the reason I've done that is because I'd like to go to the village of, what's it called? Clovelly. I keep wanting to say Clovelly. Apparently you pay £9.50 to get into the village, because isn't it owned by a lord or something, and it's all donkeys up, it's all cobblestones and cottages, and it's supposed to be really pretty. So I'm going to have a look at that tomorrow, and I'll bring you along for the ride. Okay, have a lovely evening, and catch you again. Bye.
Look at this gorgeous sunset. So I'm going to tuck in now for the rest of the evening. There she is, my hotel. So I'll say good night, and just attached to this is just a few more pictures of my day. Good night. Here are some more lovely pictures of the gardens that are in Dunster Castle. I put my boot up here because just to try and get you to gauge the size of these leaves on this plant. I actually don't know what they're called, but I refer to them as giant rhubarb, and I think you'll understand why, because obviously the leaves to me and the stalks just look like humongous rhubarb. This is a lovely little bridge that goes over this little stream, and apparently, I don't know when it was built. I'm really sorry, I did read the gubbins on it, but I forgot what it said. But the bridge has a on the other side, on the bit that you walk over, there's a lover's seat built into the bridge, and I believe it's called Lover's Bridge. It's really interesting. I think I zoom in here, yeah. Part of the plant, I suppose it's the flower, I don't know what you'd call it really, and some of the sort of stonework was quite interesting on the little bridge. But yeah, Dunster Castle, it's well worth a visit. As I said, the gardens were beautiful. This is a working mill, and obviously that's the water wheel there, and there's a little museum that I go into, you'll see in a sec, where you can actually buy the flour that's milled. I didn't buy any, but there was something, because I try not to eat too much bread. But yeah, and then this was going inside, and because it's a working mill, and this is a whirligig. I don't know what the real name is, I can't remember. And an aesthetic bag of flour. Then inside the house was this lovely old bath, and it's got like a step, and that tall handle there is obviously what you hang on to, I guess, to get into the bath. But yeah. And then there's, me doing a mirror selfie shot. You can't really see me, can you? I don't know what I was thinking. I was just, messing about, I guess. I hope nobody was watching. This is Porlock, so we're now in Porlock Weir, and like I said, it's so pretty, and I enjoyed walking around there. It was really nice, and the smell of seaweed always reminds me of when I was a kid and going on holiday with family, and it did smell quite a bit of seaweed. So I had a wander around there, and there's the big lock between the harbours, and it was like being on the canal looking at the lock. And so it's like a sea lock, I guess, as opposed to a canal lock. But again, Porlock worth a visit. There was some pubs and little cafe and things. But like I said, the car park was a bit of a shock for the child. I looked at that wood and thought, I could take some of that home for my log burner. This is the car park that I would have been staying in. The view would have been lovely. But like I said, at £15 a night, I just felt that was a little bit steep for what it was. Yeah, and as I mentioned, I sort of moved on to another place. This is the proof, £15. Oh, this was at Lynmouth. Well, there's a word for that gushy geyser thing, but it made a beautiful photograph, and I think it's something to do with getting the water, because I know they had a big flooding problem. The water that comes down through there. But look at this, I thought this was a really nice photograph. Anyway, I'll shut up now and catch you again. Hope you enjoyed the vlog.